I will use phrases or concepts in church that maybe have not been used in church often. A lot of times we think that if we can wrap our head around all this stuff, we picture God looking at us through a filter. And all the sin and all the junk is still there, but God's wearing a certain kind of sunglasses that don't let him see it. And it reminded me of a concept that I had not heard about until I started working at a restaurant with a bar. I had never heard the phrase beer goggles. Beer goggles. I'm glad that a lot of you haven't heard it. And I'm noticing that some of you have heard it, but you're not allowing yourself to react. Beer goggles are what would happen to guys and girls after an evening of social drinking. Someone they would not ever be interested in. Now, looks pretty good. And I'd be bussing tables and stuff, and the people working in the bar, it's like, hey, come here, watch it. This guy's been sitting next to her for about 2 hours. She wouldn't even talk to him until about 40 minutes ago. Now they're having a great time. And I go, huh? They're like, beer goggles. I'm like, what's that? I never did really drink. I didn't know. Well, God's looking at you, and he's acting like he's glad to talk to you. Jesus goggles. I just had a very, who cares? Hitting the communion wine a little much. God's suffering from Jesus goggles. And he's looking at you thinking, maybe you're not so bad after all. That's not what we're talking about here. He's not looking at you through an Instagram filter that removes all the junk on your face you don't like. He knows precisely who you are. Because he's the one who gave you the righteousness. He's the one who let Jesus move the accounts. He's the one that put you in your new position. And folks, he put us in that position because that's where he wants us.